Hello, my name is Connor Quinlan, and in this review I am going to be comparing the Nikon d7000 digital SLR, which I have right here, to the Nikon d300s digital SLR camera. And what I want to do in this review is kind of give people who are struggling between which one to get an idea of which one I would choose and the reasons behind that. Now, first thing I'm going to talk about are kind of like the differences between the two cameras. And to be completely honest, there really aren't that many. In fact, the d7000 incorporates a lot of the things that the d300s originally had over the Nikon d90. It has the magnesium alloy body now of the d300s, not the same one, but just as good build quality. Has the same shutter cycle, meaning it's just as durable. It's got the same shutter speed, or sorry, not shutter speed, but frame rate at 6 frames per second without the battery grip. It's got a 100% prism viewfinder up here, very similar to the d300s, and just as good. It's got a much better autofocus system now, and it's not as many points as the d300s. This one has a 39-point autofocus system versus the 51-point autofocus system of the d300s. But this autofocus system actually might perform better than that one. It's very quick. It's very accurate and great in low light. So I would actually say those two are very similar, even though this one has less points than the d300s. It also incorporates visual horizon. It incorporates the dual memory card slot that you can see here. It pretty much has everything that the d300s had over the original Nikon d90 camera. Not only that, but this camera actually has more. The image quality of this camera is far superior to that of the d90, and easily probably the same, or I would even say more superior than the Nikon d300s. Not only that, but it also has the 16.2 megapixels. Although that's not a huge improvement over 12, it's really impressive that they're able to get better high ISO images with more megapixels. So the image quality of this camera definitely surpasses that of the Nikon d300s, which is absolutely great. And then of course this also has much better HD video for those of you who are interested in video and photography. It can shoot full HD video for over 10 minutes and has full autofocus during the video as well. Now the full autofocus isn't amazing. It works pretty well, not great, but even so the HD video is great on this camera, much better than that of the Nikon d300s, of course. Originally, when the Nikon d90 was in play, the choice between getting a d90 and a d300s was pretty simple. If you wanted speed, get the Nikon d300s. If you did more stills or you were more amateur photographer, then the d90 was the way to go. Nowadays though, now that the speed has been increased so greatly on the Nikon d7000 camera, that's no longer really a factor for choosing between them. The d700 is pretty much just as fast, and even faster in terms of autofocus than the Nikon d300s. So when it comes down to it, if you were to choose between one or the other, I would easily recommend going for the Nikon d7000 camera. It's much lighter, it's cheaper, it's just as durable, better image quality, just as fast practically, and all in a smaller and cheaper body. So when it comes down to it, the choice is simple. It's to get the Nikon d7000 camera. And that's what I would recommend for you people choosing or deciding between the two cameras.